You know what's crazy? Most people think financial freedom is about making more money. But here is the truth nobody tells you. The difference between those who build wealth and those who stay broke starts way before the first dollar even hits your account. It's not about how much you earn, it's about what happens inside your head first. Hey, it's your favorite little investor, the investing ant. And today, we're breaking down the real formula for financial freedom. And I promise you, it's simpler than you think, but it requires something most people aren't willing to give. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine two people, same age, same job, same salary. 5 years later, one of them is financially free, investing, building assets, living with peace of mind. The other one is still living paycheck to paycheck, stressed, wondering where the money went. What happened? Did one of them win the lottery? Get an inheritance? No. The difference started in their mind, before they ever touched a dollar. See, in the colony, we ants don't just wake up one day and start carrying grains randomly. We have a system. We have a vision. We know exactly where we're taking that grain and why. And that's the first secret. Clarity. You cannot build financial freedom if you don't know what you're building toward. Most people are out here making money with no plan, no vision, no destination. They're just wandering. And wandering never built a Formiguero, my friend. Wandering never built anything. The rich, they know exactly what they want. They see the mansion before it's built. They see the freedom before the bank account is full. They program their mind to expect success. The broke, they're programmed to expect struggle, to believe money is hard, to think wealth is for other people. And here's the kicker. Both are right, because your beliefs create your reality. If you believe you'll always be broke, your brain will find every reason to prove you right. But if you believe you can build wealth, grain by grain, your brain will start showing you opportunities everywhere. So the formula starts here. Reprogram your mind. Stop saying I can't afford it. Start asking, how can I afford it? Stop saying I'm bad with money. Start saying I'm learning to master money. Words matter. Thoughts matter. Because thoughts become actions and actions become results. You want financial freedom? It starts between your ears. Now, let's talk about the second part of the formula. Discipline. Oh, I know. Nobody likes that word. Discipline sounds boring. It sounds restrictive. But let me tell you something. Discipline is the most liberating thing you'll ever experience, because discipline today creates freedom tomorrow. In the colony, we carry grains every single day. Rain or shine, tired or energized, we don't feel like it most days, but we do it anyway. Because we know that every grain we carry today is one less grain we have to worry about tomorrow. That's discipline, and that's wealth. You see, broke people do what feels good in the moment. They buy what they want, when they want it. Because you only live once, right? But rich people? They delay gratification. They understand that saying no to that expensive coffee today means saying yes to financial freedom tomorrow. They understand that skipping that impulse purchase this week means building an investment account that works for them forever. It's not about deprivation. It's about priorities. It's about knowing the difference between what you want right now and what you want most. And here's the beautiful part. Discipline gets easier. Just like carrying grains, the first day, your legs hurt, your back aches. You wonder if you can keep going. But by day 30, by day 90, you're stronger. The grain feels lighter. The path feels clearer. That's what happens when you build financial discipline. The first month of budgeting feels hard. The first time you say no to eating out feels painful. But 3 months in, 6 months in, it becomes automatic. It becomes who you are. And that's when the magic happens. If this is resonating with you, drop a little ant emoji in the comments and let's grow this colony together. Because I want you to know you're not alone in this journey. Now here's the third ingredient in the formula, and this one is huge. Consistency, not perfection. Consistency. You don't need to save $1,000 a month to build wealth. You need to save something every single month. $10, $20, $50. It doesn't matter where you start. What matters is that you start and you don't stop. Because compound interest doesn't reward the person who saves big once. It rewards the person who saves small consistently. In the colony, we don't carry one massive grain and call it a day. We carry small grains over and over and over again. And you know what we end up with? A Formiguero that can weather any storm. A storage that feeds us through winter. That's what consistent investing does. That's what consistent saving does. It builds something so strong that even when life gets hard, you're protected, you're secure, you're free. The broke think they need to make a big move to change their life. They're waiting for that promotion, that big break, that perfect moment. But the rich, They know that wealth is built in the boring middle, in the daily deposits, in the automated transfers, in the small decisions that nobody sees but everybody eventually feels. You don't need a dramatic transformation. You need a simple system that you follow religiously, dollar by dollar, day by day, grain by grain. And here's something else. The rich understand that the broke don't. Assets over liabilities. The broke spend money on things that lose value, cars that depreciate, clothes that go out of style, stuff that sits in a closet. They're rich by things that make them money while they sleep. Stocks, real estate, businesses, index funds. They're not focused on looking rich. They're focused on being rich. And there's a massive difference. Every time you're about to spend money, ask yourself, is this an asset or a liability? Will this make me money or will this cost me money? That one question will change your financial life. Because suddenly, you're not just spending, you're investing, you're building. You're thinking like someone who understands that every dollar is a seed, and you get to choose whether you plant it or eat it. Now let's talk about the fourth part of the formula, learning. The broke think they already know everything they need to know. The rich never stop learning. They read books. They listen to podcasts. They study people who've done what they want to do. They understand that financial education isn't taught in school, so they take responsibility for teaching themselves. And here's the secret. The more you learn about money, the less scary it becomes. The more empowered you feel, the more options you see. You don't need a finance degree. You don't need to be a math genius. You just need to be curious. Read one book about investing. Watch one video about budgeting. Listen to one podcast about building wealth. Then do it again next week and the week after that. Small learning, repeated consistently, creates massive knowledge. And knowledge creates confidence. And confidence creates action. And action creates results. The last piece of the formula, community. You cannot build wealth alone. You need people around you who believe in the same things you do, who are working toward the same goals, who will encourage you when you want to give up and celebrate with you when you succeed. In the colony, we're stronger together. We carry more together. We build faster together. And the same is true for you. Surround yourself with people who talk about investments, not just expenses, people who share financial wins, not just shopping hauls, people who challenge you to save more, earn more, learn more. Because here's the truth. You become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Choose wisely. Choose people who are going where you want to go. So let's put it all together. The formula for financial freedom: clarity, discipline, consistency, smart spending, continuous learning, and community. It's not complicated. It's not reserved for the lucky or the privileged. It's available to anyone willing to change their mind first, then change their habits. Grain by grain, step by step, dollar by dollar. I know some of you are thinking, but investing, Aunt, I'm starting from zero. I've made mistakes. I'm behind. Listen to me. It doesn't matter where you start. It matters that you start. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. The same goes for your financial freedom. Stop waiting for perfect. Stop waiting for more money. Start with what you have, where you are, right now. And remember this, building wealth isn't about being perfect. It's about being persistent. You're going to mess up. You're going to have bad months. You're going to make impulse purchases and forget to budget and feel like giving up. That's okay. That's human. What matters is that you get back up, that you keep going, that you remember why you started. Because on the other side of this consistency, this discipline, this learning, there's a life waiting for you that most people only dream about. A life where money doesn't control you, where you control money, where you wake up with peace, not panic, where you make decisions based on what you want, not what you can afford. That's financial freedom, and it's closer than you think. If this message hit home for you today, do me a favor, hit that like button, drop a comment telling me what your first financial goal is, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe if you haven't yet, because we're building something special here, a colony of people who refuse to stay broke, who refuse to accept limitations, who believe that small steps lead to big transformations. You've got this. I believe in you, and I can't wait to see what you build. Because here, in our colony, every small step counts, and it's easier than you think.